know Randy Gardner? Well, he is a high school student from San Diego, California, who set the record for the longest amount of time a human has gone without sleeping. In December 1963 until January 1964, 17-year-old Gardner stayed awake for 11 continuous days and 25 minutes, which is equivalent to 264.4 hours, breaking the previous record of 260 hours held by Tom Rounds. So what do you think happens to Gardner? Lieutenant Commander John J. Ross, who was also in charge in monitoring Gardner's health throughout the experiment, states that the young man suffered from foggy memory, poor concentration, dizziness, slurred speech, and even hallucinations and paranoia. This indicates that a high quality sleep have a huge impact on our health, which is why we should sleep early to reduce stress. While some stress is natural, too much of it can be detrimental to your health. Some stress can be caused by different internal and environmental factors, but it is largely impacted by how much sleep you get or how much sleep you don't get. A lack of sleep can cause the body to react as it's in distress, which will release more of hormone cortisol. So what is cortisol? Cortisol is widely known as the stress hormone. Cortisol has many important effects, which is regulating your body's stress response. Cortisol prepares you to fight, to freeze, or run for your life, but that's not what all this powerful hormone does. It can also affect your mood, influence digestion and metabolism, and also help your immune system function in response to illness or injury. A study published in 2013 in the Journal of Neuroscience, researchers found that poor quality sleep amplifies reactions in parts of the brain associated with anxiety, such as the amygdala and anterior insula. Interestingly, these reactions were strongest in people who displayed high levels of trait anxiety, just like suggesting that those who are already prone to anxiety may experience the largest increase in anxiety if their sleep is affected. Other research has found that people who are affected by sleep issues such as insomnia may have an elevated risk of developing anxiety. Put simply, sleep deprivation doesn't just affect your mood. It apparently appears to cause physical brain reactions that can trigger anxiety. Getting more rest can significantly decrease cortisol levels and restore balance to the body system. So, the statistics here shown are a research in America carried out by American Psychological Association, which shows the consequences of not getting a good enough sleep. The information obtained that most American adults report sleeping an average of 6.7 hours a night, which is less than the minimum recommendation, which is 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. In addition, 42% of adults report that their sleep quality is fair or poor, and 43% report that stress has caused them to lie awake at night in the past month. Many adults report negative consequences from not getting enough sleep. More than half, which is 53%, report feeling sluggish or lazy. 38% report feeling irritable. 29% report they have trouble concentrating, and 25% report feeling no motivation to take care of their responsibilities, just like the experiment conducted by Ratners just now. There is also another research on students done by Sleep Somatics, which is a top-rated Texas sleep diagnostic Center since 1999 shows that students in Texas have spent their summer staying up late and sleeping in. And now that early school wake times are needed, kids are dragging themselves along for morning classes. There are 73 out of 102 students in the survey states that they felt like they performed inadequately on an assignment or exam due to lack of sleep. So, lack of sleep is responsible for poor grades, poor academic performance, behavioral problems, and, if left untreated, long-term health complications. So, in a preventive way, what can we do? Try to get between 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night to avoid the rise in hormone levels altogether, and also reduce the existing feelings of stress and anxiety. So, how to get a good sleep? Firstly, we have to pay attention to our food and drinks. In particular, avoid heavy or large meals within a couple of hours of bedtime, as the process to digest the food will make you hard to sleep. We should also avoid nicotine, caffeine, and alcohol before bed because the stimulating effects of nicotine and caffeine take hours to wear off and can interfere with sleep. Secondly, we can set up a restful environment. Avoid prolonged use of light-emitting screens such as phone and laptop just before bedtime. You also need to consider using room darkening shades, earplugs, a fan, or other devices to create an environment that suits your needs. We should also exercise regularly to improve our sleep and health. However, do not exercise before bed, as it may cause sleep problems due to the stimulatory effect of exercise, which increases alertness and hormones like epinephrine and adrenaline. There are many other serious potential illnesses we can avoid by having a good night's sleep, which are high blood pressure, diabetes, heart attack, heart failure, or stroke. Also, other potential problems include obesity, depression, and reduced immune system function. Following a regular sleep routine calms and restores the body, improves concentration, regulates our mood, and sharpens judgment. Also sharpens our decision making. So, what time is it where you are now? If it's already late, prepare yourself for bed now and select sleeps early to avoid all the unnecessary stress and have a refreshing face in the morning. Thank you. That's all from me.